NASCAR on Fox is sponsored by Sprint, proud sponsor of the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series.
165 laps to go. Matt Kenseth breathing down Brad Keselowski's neck. Here's our Ford F-150 EcoBoost track facts. Ford's 33 Cup wins here, second most all time, and tied for the most Bristol poles at 36. Carl Edwards has the last 2 Ford victories at Bristol. Matt Kenseth right on the back bumper of Brad Keselowski, trying to give Ford another one here with 163 to go. And how about Kevin Harvick? He got caught up in that crash at lap 23. Larry said they made 8-9 pit stops under caution to try to keep that car on the lead lap. They've done it. They've done a great job. And here is Harvick trying to keep his Chevrolet on the same lap with the leaders.
And if Denny Hamlin doesn't get out of his way pretty soon, we might have a caution.
Yeah, I've been watching him, Darrell, for about laps. He's about had enough of Denny Hamlin. There's no love lost there anyhow between Harvick and Hamlin.
30 car just pounded the wall.
David Stremme.
But what a break for Kevin Harvick and Jamie McMurray, and the one in particular, not that far from being lapped by our leader Brad Keselowski.
Well, Harv's leading a pretty charmed life today. Go through that wreck he went through, the damage he has on that car, and Smoke's persistence paid off. He ran Keselowski hard to try to stay the first car 1 lap down, and now he gets the free pass. Here I am, deja vu all over again. It reminds me of Martinsville.
See what happened to David Stremme here. Red car coming into view.
I think you'll see him just shoot up the hill here, right there, off turn 4. I saw it out the corner of my eye. He blew it right. Or something happened on the right front.
Ouch.
Ouchie. That was going to get interesting, guys, with the 2 and the 17 catching these lap cars, and they were all pretty good race cars. That could have gotten a little dicey.
Well, we've not had a caution in what, some 200 laps.
Yeah, the last caution was back on 115.
Right. So they will clean up, and when safe to do so, open pit road. We have right now 14 cars on the lead lap. Stewart will make it 15.
You can make it from here, couldn't you, Larry?
You're right there on top of it. Yeah, right. I think the race pace has slowed down enough that you can. I'm sure all drivers will get 4 tires and try to pack that tank full of Sunoco race fuel, Dick.
Clint Boyer has gone from 16th to 4th, Mike, or Larry, and Brian Patty, his crew chief, is going to make just very minor adjustments with air pressure, Krista.
The mayor, Jeff Burton, says his car is losing rear grip. He asked the team to slow down the swing. How would they do that? With a track bar adjustment. Matt.
And talking about the cars that were first and second, Matt Kenseth, he wants to reverse that track bar adjustment, try to get back some of that stability in the center of the corner. Meanwhile, the Blue Deuce gasses it up into his pit box. He says, if anything, we're a touch worse in the center of the corner. Slight track bar adjustment. He feels like his car from the middle of the run off Steve is just a rocket.
Matt, Dale Earnhardt Jr. just reiterated that he's got too much rotation in the center, and that makes him loose off. 4 tires for Dale Earnhardt Jr. and an air pressure adjustment on the 88.
Keselowski wins the race off pit road. He and Kenseth, like they're welded together.
And they're respecting those timelines today, Larry. I mean, they know there's more lines here than there was back in last year, and the guys are really being cautious.
Yeah, it looked like about everyone went out where they came in for the most part.
Tony Stewart will be the last car on the lead lap. Remember, he's the free pass car on this caution. And now the lap down cars are making their stops.
Yeah, pit road is real busy on this cycle of caution lap stops.
But Larry, you mentioned that everybody sort of came out where they went in. In theory, the way they got this pit road set up now, that's the way it's supposed to work.
Joey Logano, one of the few cars 1 lap down. Eric Almirola, Ryan Newman, Logano, A.J. Allmendinger, Kurt Busch, and Denny Hamlin are the cars 1 lap down. Let's check in with Jeff Hammond at the University of Farmers.
Mike, right now at this part of the race with about 155 laps to go, it's all about track position. These crew chiefs right now are sitting here thinking, what happens if another caution comes out? What do we do? If our car's off a little bit and you're leading the race, do you stay out? Do you come in? You make an adjustment for the weather? What's it going to be? 2 tires, 4 tires, or no tires? A lot of pressure over the last 150 laps on making the right call.
And of course, we saw it yesterday in that race, just, you know, trying to stay up front where you don't have to battle so many drivers for position, battle drivers that are 1 or more laps down.
156 to go. Brad Keselowski has led 119 laps today. He led 89 laps here when he won last August and got Roger Penske his 9th victory at Bristol.
Just don't want any gremlins. You know, they got bit last week at Vegas with some fuel pickup issues. This team and this car is fast enough to win this race if they don't have any gremlins.
You know, I think a couple of drivers that were really glad to see this caution was Clint Boyer and Brian Vickers, because they still seem like they had some very good race cars.
Under caution with 156 laps to go. Here's our 5-hour energy moment of the race. And clearly it is Brad Keselowski in the number 2 back at lap 23, getting through what became a 6-car pileup down in turn number 1. So close there on Casey Kane. One car took the wave around, and that would be the 11 of Denny Hamlin.
You got to have everything going your way to win here. You got to have a little bit of luck, and that was a little bit of luck.
Casey Kane, one of the cars badly damaged in that crash. He's back out there and running along with Marcus Ambrose, Kyle Busch, and Carl Edwards. Kevin Harvick had minor damage. As we restart, Jeff Gordon with a look inside, but nowhere to go.
That was close on the 17 car beating the 2 car to the line. The leader has to hit the line first, and that was mighty close.
Boy, Keselowski slid way up the racetrack trying to protect his lead. Here comes Kenseth on the outside.
Yeah, Matt Kenseth in the 17 gets such a good run on the high side. It may take him a few laps because Keselowski is not going to go over easy.
Loose. They touch.
Easy here. Outside.
And
I saw you slip.
Keselowski may have to give it up to Kenseth for the lead.
I don't think that's a bad thing to do right now. Brad's car has been awfully good after several laps. Get the air pressure built up a little bit and get that bottom working for you. You'll be okay.
Darrell, are you surprised Keselowski chose the inside lane on the restart?
I really was, because we've seen over and over and over again that outside was the best. But his car's been working so good on the bottom. But I want to tell you something. This was close to who got to the line first.
Better believe it was close. I'm not so sure it wasn't beyond close.
It's not supposed to be that way.
I mean, that pretty much tells it right there. But yeah, this may be the first time this weekend we've seen the leader choose the inside on a restart.
Second place car not allowed to beat the leader to the line on the restart, but close counts. Big battle here for third. Clint Boyer on the outside, Jeff Gordon and Jeff Burton hunting third place.
Well, Keselowski has had the dominant car. No matter, there's been other guys that have come up there to race with him a little bit, but he's had the best car. And you can see back here, this is tense. Oh, tense racing.
Burton's got a fight on the bottom. It's the short way around, but it's not the fast way around. Look at the drive off that the 15 gets off the corner. And Jeff Gordon wants another shot.
And there's a bunch of guys just lined up here waiting for something to happen. Hopefully it won't happen and mess me up, but just waiting for these guys to decide what they're going to do.
I think we were riding with one of them, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 88. Remember on that last run, he felt the handling was going away on his race car. Looks like they've definitely made some adjustments, but remember, he's on pretty fresh tires right now.
And Brian Vickers is right there. So too Jimmy Johnson, Martin Truex, and the number 16 of our pole sitter, Greg Biffle. They're all pretty much nose to tail as Hendrick Chevy teammates Dale Jr. and Jeff Gordon go side by side. 144 laps to go.
Looking out of the back of Clint Boyer's car right there, you can see Jeff Burton, but Boyer's starting to gap him a little bit. Boyer running third right now, and another one of Michael's cars that's having a great day.
Up front, Keselowski trying to mount yet another charge and take the lead from Matt Kenseth, who's led 14 laps today in his Ford. 142 to go, and the sun's back out in Bristol.